Scorpio, hello and welcome to your weekly reading for September 15th through to the 21st. So we have a partial lunar eclipse this week, and we have Pluto moving from 29 degrees and 48 seconds to 29 degrees and 45 seconds. So our beliefs are changing. Seven of Fire, we are leveling up on, I sense what we feel is worthy of our time. So that's a major feat. My sensei, Christopher Witecki, said that the Scorpio stinger would be more of a stun. So let's think about how the manta ray might stun its prey. You might be frozen. You guys still can mean business all you want, but it's not going to be this atrocious soul leaving our body pain if Scorpio is upset, because you know what to allocate your focus on with the Strength card. Yes, that lion could lash out, but we have Archangel Ariel making sure that our environment is sending us plenty of animal symbols, animal totems. Black cats apparently mean good fortunes coming. So even if you see one and, Friday the 13th is happening as of the time I'm filming, it'll be on Friday, but I wanted to get a little bit ahead and tap into the energy. We have a King of Water. So you guys are absolutely the King of Water. I would say this because Scorpio has that masculine energy. While Pisces is ruled by Neptune, Pluto, you all are ruled by Pluto. So you guys have a lot of strength to balance out and a lot of depths that you are learning to refine. Maybe not to go directly for the jugular, even though you can, even though you have those receipts. Virgo is your 11th house. So Scorpio is the sign of having receipts with Gemini in the 8th house. I can't help but crack up because I know firsthand the receipts that Scorpio has, which are staggering. It's just evidence beyond evidence. However, with this Ace of Earth, you know how to tend to your sacred fire. You know how to keep your home at a state of peace. And it might have come through some trial by fire, some lessons on energy backfiring whenever you decided to, just do the easy, low-hanging fruit, sell what you could sell, and then someone ends up pissed off writing bad reviews. This Four of Water is saying that did hurt, and it's okay to feel those feelings, but how we emotionally respond to our emotions, how we, rather than react, choose to navigate that is going to require the strength that Archangel Ariel has to offer. So something in that card told me to disconnect from the dots, open your eyes to the possibilities. Perhaps you guys have been trying to go about whatever it is that you guys, in your 5th house, you have Neptune and Saturn with a creative project, with a romantic endeavor. We're going to use the Healing Waters Oracle, as I got to jump into the river and I was absolutely naked, butt naked, swimming, having a blast. And opening my eyes underwater feels like the thing I need to do. And it was scary, but it was beautiful. Just feeling mossy rocks, seeing all the bubbles from a small waterfall, and just trusting in the flow of the river to carry me into a state of feeling renewed, feeling restored, feeling held, emotionally held. Although some of you are women, some of you are men watching this, it's okay to need to have that emotional security. If that comes in the form of a nice car or a meal in the evening with your loved ones, or even just a candle to light during the daytime, which, it's not so typical, but it is. We are turning towards the fall equinox, so it's all good. We have Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. So that with the Seven of Fire, it feels like you're transforming and choosing your battles wisely, and in doing so, you're returning to wholeness. You're not fragmenting yourself for a win in an argument. You're not draining your emotional batteries on people, places, and things that are just proving that you've changed. And hopefully we all are growing and changing in 7-year cycles. All of the cells in our body shift and transform. So what thoughts are you thinking? If your thoughts, Scorpio, were tattooed on your body, what would your skin suit say? We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. I think that was just the one card for the water messengers. And let's get a Goddess Wisdom Oracle. For strength, we got 2 cards. So Strength and King of Water each have a card. For Strength, we have Geared Potential. So that feels big. It feels like choosing your battles wisely is allocating some of your energy into feasible projects, feasible sources of income, feasible strategies to continue to wind down this river, no matter how many rocks or turns and twists might be coming up for you energetically, emotionally. You guys are just going to keep using that potential that you might use to move every rock out of your way rather than just allow it to guide your ship. With the King of Water, we have Great Goddess for sacred unity. So my lovely Scorpios, you guys might be coming into a synergy with either your creative spark in allocating your resources adequately, not stopping to smell every rose, but going for the choice pearl, going for that one special person or situation or that Goldilocks zone within yourself to where you know everything has been moved a little bit for the day as far as progress, and you celebrate yourself. Or this could be a romantic partner to which you were just seeing more radiant than ever. As you both carry out your soul mission, you guys are finding that you thought you had a twin flame. Now you have a soulmate. It's giving that energy. For the Ace of Earth, let's mana cards and then the archetypes. We'll do that for 4 of Water. So Ace of Earth. Yeah, prosperity, abundance, important documents or contracts. Now that Mercury will be out of shadow this week, and we will have forward momentum with Mercury moving on Sunday the 15th to 9 degrees Virgo, and by the end of the week, Mercury gets all the way to 20 degrees Virgo. So it races through from 9 to 20 degrees. That's really wild. I might have been looking, no. Wow, that's amazing. 9 to 20 degrees. So Mercury's moving leaps and bounds, wanting to catch up with the sun, wanting to get on the sun's good side. And luckily for us, we have Haumea, the sacred mother archetype. So this might indicate for those of my Scorpios having their ovulatory period, as I'm studying the moon cycles and the inner vessel sacred moon cycles, I'm learning so much. And it's really interesting because my work will evolve over the years. It's cyclical, not linear. But Haumea is here to say that you were taking the journey, a long journey, and people, the traditional Hawaiians, can locate their ancestry to different parts of Haumea's body. So that with the Ace of Earth, it just feels like you are touching the depths of yourself, the depths of your being. Your home is where your heart is. You're finding that you love your home space, and that would indicate with Aquarius, Pluto having exited Aquarius right now until about November 15th, you guys might have built I believe that Pluto got to about 2 degrees Aquarius, and by the end of the year it'll get to about 3 degrees Aquarius. I was looking into the forecast, and it just feels like you guys are having the joy of an updated emotional serenity, an updated sense of self, an updated sense of pleasure and play. And I know for firsthand that my Scorpio has been making more out of the day and just adding more of their favorite things into their day. Okay, we're gonna look and see. Oh wow, okay. Come Sagittarius season, when Mars is retrograde, Venus will cross over Pluto. So there will be such a renewal. I have a lot of throat chakra stuff. So maybe it's your energetic and emotional boundaries are going to be something that are safe to be expressed in the home if they haven't yet been. And Pluto, it's going to be at 0 degrees. 3 degrees might be, it'll be by March of 2025. Time flies, right? Pisces season. So I would just say plant your seeds and monitor your cycles. The new moon will come after that eclipse window. So there's an eclipse window opening on the 17th, and that passage will take us through to October 2nd, my birthday. Annual solar eclipse with a full moon. in Aries on October 17th. So from September 17th to October 17th, just prepare to have a refreshed sense of romance, of an emptying out of whatever did not serve you in your romantic engagements, in your love life, in your home life. Perhaps that emotional foundation was a little bit disturbed from having had separations or, not using your battles wisely and battling everybody. And then it made you feel depleted, which is what this week is giving you, is this return to wholeness, not having to isolate yourself anymore or be everything to everybody. With the Four of Water, the Mentor did show itself at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to honor that because I really find that to be an interesting pair. Let me read what the Mentor has to say for this week for you, Scorpio. I gotta look it up. All right, the teacher, the sage, the guru. When light, focus, clear, bright, remains a student. When dark, self-serving, envious of youth, righteous and rigid. Okay, it is said that the cosmic knowledge pours down on this world like a great illuminated waterfall. Love that. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips in a focused stream. So the student has a straw to the infinite waterfall. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or unavailable, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. So don't mistake yourself for the waterfall, Scorpio. And that might be what's clearing up is something within an interaction or maybe an encounter. You actually are the waterfall and you mistook yourself for the mentor, but you were meant to carry out a specific task, and just so that you would come onto course, you would come to Jesus, you'd have your come to Jesus moment. You had to choose the usual thing that you would choose, which is like, okay, first come, first serve, which is, if it works, it works. But with this Four of Water, it's indicating to maybe remember to be a student. Don't get so fixed. Don't confuse yourself with the waterfall. If the waterfall tells you, hey, you're the waterfall, until otherwise mentioned, own that. Choose your battles wisely and don't fight the waterfall. Sometimes you have to be it. Okay, and let's look at the astrology before we wrap this up. So this week I was wondering about Pluto, because Pluto has that 3-second change, belief on our boundaries with reality in your social circles. This is your 11th house transit, Scorpio. So you guys are having that shift, and with Mercury now in your 11th house, I have the feeling that and out of shadow, it's just going to be something to where it's like your ideas are able to come through other people. Maybe you've learned some things. Maybe there are some people in your community that actually took your advice. They actually followed your guidance, and you're kind of shocked because you're the student and you had to become the waterfall, but you misunderstood that assignment was something that people were actually listening to you. People actually care about what you have to say. So there's a measure of coming into that strength, coming into your potential also. Rising up to the occasion and accepting that you all do have to turn a page with how you show up in your society. With Pluto backing it up, the third house is ruled typically by Gemini and the planet of Mercury. So with Pluto in your third house, the ways that you all tend to deliver your ideas, your interests, your dialogue with people, it's going to have to start to get a gut check. You're going to have to really start to use and hone those telepathic skills to actually fortify what it is that you have to say. You can't use it after to get, mad receipts, mad intel. It's like, why don't you all just allow for that boundary initially to be, how does this feel? How does this make me feel? Versus what's best for the outer world. Scorpio, have an amazing week. Let me know how things go for you in the comments. How are you all wielding this energy of Mercury in your 11th house? I would love to know. And for those of you all interested in manifesting a miracle, we made it to day 6. This is not going to be a masculine, linear project. It's going to be something that is cyclical in nature. I've needed a little bit of breathing and wiggle room because my manifestations are coming in hot. I don't know about you all, but tune into that if you haven't. Thank you so much to my subscribers for being here. It means the world to me. Give me a thumbs up. Share this video with a Scorpio that you know has to come into their mentorship. And for those of you all who are just joining for the Scorpio video, hit that like button, the bell, subscribe so that you're notified when I have future readings for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, whichever house you want to apply it to. Until next time, aloha.